well, Kannaway, and we're on the same team, but just different legs of Valerie's team. And we both have been working on losing weight. And I have lost 55 pounds and Erik has lost 40. And it's kind of been like a support system. But Erik being a pharmacist, I find that he has a lot more value to add to what we're doing here with Kannaway. And as you all know, I was diagnosed 2 years ago with rheumatoid arthritis, and I had been battling this, and like my life has changed absolutely 100% since I was diagnosed. So I'm going to turn it over to Erik, and I was just want him to explain as a pharmacist why he chose Kannaway over some of the other competitors. So Erik.
Okay, well, thank you, Debbie. I appreciate it. Your story is absolutely amazing, and you know, in looking at it, it really is the reason that I am so passionate about CBD. I've seen so many people, especially now through the pharmacy, who've been helped with it. My purpose, my reason for choosing Kannaway was really pretty simple. When I started the desire to bring CBD into my pharmacy, I was concerned about legalities. It was a year ago, it was a little bit more gray area on what we could and couldn't do. And I felt like Kannaway really met that very, very well. I needed quality. I wanted a product that I felt matched pharmaceutical grade medications. I didn't want to just, anything that's natural that doesn't fall under the FDA. There's such a, for lack of a better word, I guess, wild, wild west mentality out there. So you could have 20 different CBD products all saying the same concentration and all being completely different. So I wanted a company that I felt had really good quality control, the triple lab testing, the fields not being treated with pesticides, herbicides, GMO, the naturalness of it. And I like that they went after this as a medical product, more or less. I mean, it's a natural herbal product, but it's very scientifically based. And you can see how it's used in other countries as a prescription. So there was just so much there for me as a pharmacist to grab hold of and say, this company just sets itself apart from everybody else. So that's kind of why I chose Kannaway CBD. That, and I saw firsthand with my sister, her son's results with it were phenomenal. He's severely autistic, very high anxiety, very high stress. And his results were just phenomenal, how quickly he became comfortable in his own body and was just such a happier, easier child, even with his autism that will never go away. So anyway, that's kind of why I chose Kannaway.
Well, and what you and I have discussed before with with the weight loss and CBD and how, CBD alone is not going to make you lose weight. Like there's lifestyle changes, there's our products, I think, help with some of it, but tell a little bit about your experience with like how you feel like the CBD helped you.
Okay, sure.
Not a weight loss drug, but how do you feel like it helped you? Exactly.
And honestly, that is exactly how I feel. I don't believe CBD is a weight loss, product. However, I do believe for me, I started this at a time where my weight had peaked. I was under a lot of stress, anxiety, and I've always answered that with food. That's just been one of those negative things that I've gotten in the habit of doing. And I took CBD not for any reason other than I wanted to see how it made me feel, because I was thinking about selling it through the pharmacy. So I wanted some firsthand experience to talk to people. If you'd have asked me, I'd have said I didn't need it. I was just really testing. I wanted to see, did it give me side effects, did it give me any problems? What I realized very, very quickly was I started sleeping better. My energy levels went up very, very quickly. And the stress seemed to not bother me anymore. All the same factors were still there. Everything. I own my own business. I've been going through, at that point, I just was going through a divorce at that point in time. So there was a lot of different things going on there that are still there. But dealing with it became so much easier. I just started to feel so much better day to day. I quit smoking using our CBD vape. So everything started to change. And as I changed and felt better, I thought, I really need to look at weight. That's the one thing that, you know, has to start to change. But at that point, I had the mindset of wanting to do it. I felt good again. I had that desire.
Right.
And then that's where I started using our Kannaway protein powder, Kannaway super greens to kind of supplement my diet throughout the day, and then try to have a healthy meal at nighttime. And the weight just started falling off, really. And as it did, I felt better and better, and I eventually joined the gym. So it's really been just a very natural process. It just went from one thing to the other without really even thinking it through. It just kind of happened.
Yeah. I mean, and it's been like, it's funny for me because I've actually lost the weight pretty quickly, in the sense of, I mean, I had put on 65 pounds when I was diagnosed with rheumatoid, because I was on 30 milligrams of prednisone a day. And so, I mean, I just blew up. And then my doctors were like, you know, you realize you're not going to lose this that fast, because, you know, just because it went on that fast, it's harder to lose it. And so it's been really amazing when I go into the doctors. They just can't believe how much weight I've lost. But also, my endocrinologist recommended that I tried the intermittent fasting, and that seems to really be helping me. So it's, you know, but through this whole process of Kannaway, neither of us are network marketing gurus that, you know, like, we have other lives, and it's been one of those things that I, you know, tell everybody about CBD, just because my life has changed so much. And 2 years ago, I could barely walk or use my hands. And so it's been fun just getting to meet different people like yourself, and like have, you know, I started that CBD accountability family for weight loss, just, you know, to have something where people can check in and whatever. And so that's where you and I kind of were on this same path together. And so it's been a fun thing just to meet new people. And, you know, you being a pharmacist, you know, you have more knowledge than I do. I know that. But like, so I was just curious of like your process of just why you chose Kannaway. So.
Yeah. Well, I thank you for the opportunity to share that. And honestly, I kind of feel the same way you do. The benefits has just been so phenomenal for me without really expecting them to be. I can't help but talk about it to people. I want other people to experience what I have. So, you know, I think that passion for the product. I've been in pharmacy Pharmacist since 1989. This is the first product in 30 years that I can say I've actually gotten behind, promoted, educated people about. There's so many fad type things, so many junk products out there. But this to me has natural science behind it. It makes sense why it works. It makes sense how it helps people. And there are too many experiences I've seen firsthand and then read about also that you can't deny how well this is working for people. So I think that's our job then to share that.
Absolutely. And I really appreciate you taking the time to have this conversation with me, because I do think that being able to share this stuff is what's important, because, you know, there's so many people like that get into weight loss fads or get into whatever, and everybody's taking it for, you know, CBD is not ailment specific. So it's helping so many different things. And it's been fun just to kind of like connect with different people and just see the journey that everyone's on. And it's, you know, it's pretty amazing. And I know it's changed my life completely. So.
And that's awesome.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I really appreciate you taking the time to do this with me.
Thank you too.
Okay.
All right. Have a great night.
Okay. You too. Bye-bye.
Go Rams.